Halloween is upon us, and even though the movie that I'm going to be showcasing is not necessarily Halloween specific, it is, however, widely considered to be a pretty spooky film. We have the 1937 Disney classic Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but we're not going to be showcasing just one copy of the movie. We're also going to be showcasing another edition of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So on the left, we have the Diamond Edition released around 2011. And then to my right, we have the Walt Disney Signature Collection release of the movie from, I think, 2016. Correct me if I'm wrong. So basically how this is going to work out is basically I'm going to compare and contrast each of the editions and see like which particular feature does better than the other, and whichever Blu-ray collection has the most points will win, and they'll be considered my definitive way of watching the movie or owning the movie. So let's start off with the DVD cases. So let's start off with the Diamond Edition. As you can see, it's a pretty thick Blu-ray case. And that's kind of mostly because of the way it's packaged. Because it has one of those big pages, which of course I don't think they use anymore. They use much different ones. While the Signature Collection release is in a more traditional, slimmer Blu-ray case. And yeah, and what's great is that they pretty much... Why can't I open? They pretty much house them in 2 discs. So in terms of like the Blu-ray cases, I'm gonna give the Signature Collection a point for having a somewhat slimmer Blu-ray case. Now we have the covers themselves. So the Signature Collection cover, it's a completely white background with a somewhat boring looking font or a boring looking logo. I mean, the font is pretty boring, but I digress. We have the Signature Collection logo, and we have Snow White and the Evil Queen. It also advertises that it comes with a Blu-ray disc, a DVD case, and a digital code. Here's what the spine looks like. And here's what the back looks like. It has Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The Diamond Edition, on the other hand, has this beautiful looking cover art. It has, all the characters from the movie. And it just looks so gorgeous. And you have that blue border. It says Diamond Edition on top. Here's what the spine looks like. It has the evil witch hag. And then here's the back. Shows you some screenshots and some of the bonus content. Personally, I like the way the Diamond Edition cover looks, and because of this, I'm gonna give the Diamond Collection a point for having a much better cover. Now let's talk about the discs themselves. So, on the Diamond Edition, it comes with like a little guide. Why the heck? I might give the Diamond Edition another point for, having a guide. What's cool about the Diamond cover is that on the other side, it actually shows you selection screen and more artwork of the characters. Like, in fact, if I take out the DVD disc, you can see Snow White and the cottage in the background. So yeah, so basically this set comes with the Blu-ray disc of the movie, and then a second disc, which has bonus content, and the DVD. Whereas the Signature Collection, you only get the Blu-ray disc, the DVD disc, and the digital code. Now, the digital code, I think I probably throw away because it already expired. And the DVD disc itself, I have somewhere. It's just not in its original case. But yeah, personally, I would give the Diamond Edition a point for having more discs. And I'll definitely give it a even extra point for having a second disc, which the Signature Collection lacks. Though it came with a digital code. Actually, no. I don't think you can redeem the digital code now. So it's pretty much useless now. I would give this a point for digital code, but I think it's expired now. So I don't think there's even a point anymore. All right, I just put in the first Blu-ray disc from the Diamond Edition. And yeah, this one has a really cool menu.
Greetings, Master. This is your first visit, I see. Very well. Prepare to be amazed beyond all expectations. After all, it is what I do. Now would be an excellent time to choose from one of the tempting choices you see here.
So basically, the menu is like a black background, and we have the, and then we have the magic mirror, introducing us, to this Blu-ray set and everything. It's very reminiscent of the Platinum Edition DVD release of Snow White. So on disc 1 we can play the movie, or we can select scenes.
This is a good time to make a selection. I ask so little.
Shut up. And then we also have some bonus features like the Princess and the Frog sneak peek, because that was when... Also, I think I want to retract what I said earlier. I think I said that this release came out in 2011, but I think it actually came out in 2009. Then we have Backstage Disney, which features, some of the deleted scenes and the whole story behind Snow White Returns, which was a sequel short that was never made. Then Music and More. Family Play, which actually consists of a few interactive games and activities, which I mean they were pretty cool, for being really early Blu-ray. Audio commentary. Wait, let me go back. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. And then we have the setups. For audio options, we have English, French, Spanish, and its original English soundtrack. Subtitles, English, French, and Spanish. And then I guess screensaver settings, which I don't really bother with screen settings. See, we have some sneak peeks, and they also show you like the content, that disc 2 has, even though you can't really access them because watch what I do when I click on something.
An excellent choice, but you must first insert that which is known as Disc 2.
I might as well put in disc 2 now. And we don't care about setup all that much. We already kind of looked at that for disc 1. So here are the bonus features. So we have the Backstage Disney Diamond Edition. So it includes... I'm not sure, I don't remember if the one that started it all is like some sort of documentary type video or if it's like something else. Yeah, but let's check out the Hyperion studio. Basically, it's a virtual recreation of the original Walt Disney Studios from back in the 1930s. I'll skip the opening. So yeah, you could select a different part of like the room, or watch like a particular video. This is where I won't go through like every different room, or show you every like different like bonus feature that's like, you know, part of each room. But some of them do include some classic theatrical shorts, which was actually the main reason why I wanted to buy this set. If my memory serves, there's like 7 theatrical cartoons. Most of them are silly symphonies, though. There's like 2 Mickey Mouse cartoons, Steamboat Willie and Playful Pluto. But besides that, the rest of them are silly symphonies. Like over there, we have Babes in the Woods, and then there's the Skeleton Dance, the Old Windmill. I forgot the name of the cartoon, you know, that had like that has like a, I don't think it was, is it called like Music Land or the Jazz Singer? I can't remember the name. All right, I was right the first time. It is called Music Land. But I think that'll be all for the Hyperion. Studio. Let's go back and look at the classic DVD bonus features. Not everything made its way to the Diamond Edition, but most of it, or at least a big majority of them, are on disc 2. So we got animation voice talent, Disney Through the Decades, Dopey's Wild Mine Ride, and then a karaoke sing-along for Hi Ho. So for Disney, through the decades, there's actually a few like original. I mean, they say new right here, but they do have a few original, like videos from this section. But yeah, they show, they talk about like Disney throughout the years, as well as like the trailers for each release of the movie, because I mean, this was a movie from 1937. It was super popular, so of course it was released theatrically all the way up till 1993. And 1994 was when they finally released Snow White on home video for the first time on VHS and Laserdisc. So yeah, now I'll put in the Blu-ray disc for the Signature Collection. All right, here is the Signature Collection Blu-ray disc. Of course, you have like a paintbrush, coming through, and the ink reveals to be, footage from the movie. It's pretty cool, if I'm going to be honest. So of course, there's 5 options you can choose. You can play the movie itself, or look at the bonus features, scene selection, setup, or the sneak peeks. I'll look at the setup first. So languages, there's the English 7.1 master audio and the restored original soundtrack. There's French and Spanish. And then subtitles. Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same as the Diamond Edition. Scene selection. I mean, I'm not sure why that even matters. It's probably the exact same as on the Diamond Edition. Bonus features, we have, in Walt's words, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, iconography, at Disney Animation designing Disney's first princess, the fairest facts of them all, 7 things you may not know about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Snow White in 70 seconds, alternate sequence, the prince meets Snow White, Disney's first feature, the making of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, bringing Snow White to life, Hyperion Studios Tour, decoding exposure sheet, Snow White returns, story meetings, the dwarves, story meetings, the huntsman, deleted scene, soup eating sequence, deleted scene, bed building sequence, animation voice talent, audio commentary, and info. And so yeah, I'm gonna take the disc out, and I'll I'll cover my final thoughts on everything else about both versions. Alright, so the main menu, the Signature Collection, it does, have a bit more to offer in terms of how the menu and the presentation looks. And it looks fine, but the Diamond Edition, I think the Diamond Edition menu is a lot cooler. Sure, it is just a black background with the magic mirror and everything, but the magic mirror, was a really nice feature, because if you put in the disc, for the very first time, which I did, this is actually my first time putting disc 1 of the movie in on my 4K player. I like how the magic mirror, says that, oh, it's your first time. Well, here's the options that you can click on. But when you enter in disc 2, or if you want to go back to disc 1 again, say if you wanted to watch, let's say if you wanted to watch the movie again tomorrow or another time, the magic mirror will recognize that you put in the disc again, and he'll say welcome back. And so yeah, I thought that was really cool. And it felt very reminiscent of the Platinum Edition DVD of Snow White, that also did something pretty similar. So yeah, so in terms of just the menu in general, I want to give the Diamond Edition a point for having a pretty cool interactive menu. Now we go on to the video quality and the audio quality. They're exactly the same for both versions. Because the Walt Disney Signature Collection release of Snow White uses, the video quality looks the same as the Diamond Edition. Even the audio, I think the audio, the 7.1 audio remaster was already done for the Diamond Edition release, and they both have the original soundtrack. So in terms of video quality and audio quality of the movie itself, it's definitely going to be a tie, so they would both get a point. But as for the bonus features, man, there is a reason why the Diamond Edition has a second disc. There are a lot of great bonus features. A few classic ones from the Platinum Edition, but there's also, some new ones, that are really good. Especially the Hyperion Studios, which is a interactive, it's a virtual interactive view of the Walt Disney Animation Studios from the 30s. And you can click on, each video that talks about a certain part, a certain room from the studio, or watch a classic cartoon that's related to each room. Like I already said earlier, there's about 7 theatrical cartoons. 2 of them are Mickey Mouse, and the rest are from Silly Symphony. And some of these have not gotten any other Blu-ray releases, like Flowers and Trees, or Babes in the Woods. So it's really nice, to see a couple Silly Symphony shorts in HD. But then we get to the Mickey Mouse. The 2 Mickey Mouse cartoons. Steamboat Willie has been released tons of times, even on Blu-ray. But Playful Pluto is one of those shorts, that never left this Blu-ray, at least HD wise. It might be on Disney Plus. I don't know. I'll have to check. And of course, we already looked at the menu for the Signature Collection, and it actually does have the Hyperion Studio Tour. But I actually checked it out, and it's apparently not. It is not a interactive, it's not a interactive tour like the Diamond Edition one is. They basically combine all the footage and videos, from that virtual tour, and made a whole big non-interactive version of the tour, and it doesn't even have the classic cartoons. So another thing about the Signature Collection releases bonus features is that it does come with more bonus features, than the Blu-ray, than this disc itself. But you have to redeem the digital code in order to access them. And one of them is a Oswald the Lucky Rabbit short. And I just have no idea why they couldn't at least put some of them, onto the physical disc itself. Like if that Oswald short, was actually like on the disc itself. I honestly think it would be a pretty like. I still think it would be a pretty worthy release, but since it does not, I just feel like the bonus features are just a complete downgrade from what the Diamond Edition has. Especially since most of the new bonus features, that are exclusive to this set, aren't that well received by a lot of fans and reviewers. So I definitely would give the Diamond Edition a point for having, much better bonus features. So the Diamond Edition currently has 7 points, while the Signature Collection currently has 3 points. And I can't think of anything else more to say, honestly. Well, actually, there are 2 more that I kind of want to talk about. So both of them have the exact same audio and subtitles. So they both get a point, for each of those categories. So they are tied in terms of audio and subtitles. So that would make the Signature Collection have like 5 points, while the Diamond Edition would have 9 points. That's all of the features that I could think about on the top of my head. So I think I finally have a winner for the best Blu-ray release of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and that is the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Diamond Edition from 2009. Not to say that the Signature Collection release is bad or anything. I mean, it is still a pretty good release of Snow White. In terms of the audio and visuals, it's exactly the same as the Diamond Edition. So if you don't really care too much about, like bonus features or any of like the theatrical shorts, the Signature Collection release of Snow White is, what's stopping you from picking it up? But personally, Snow White and Seven Dwarfs is a excellent movie. I definitely think it's a favorite of mine in terms of the Disney animation canon, and I like learning about the history of this revolutionary movie, and because of this, I feel like the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Diamond Edition does the movie a lot more justice. So the winner of the best Blu-ray will be the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Diamond Edition. And I know some people are probably haven't finished this video and probably already commented that, "Hey Lane, the movie's coming out on 4K. Are you gonna get it?" Well, as a matter of fact, yes I am. And if I ever do manage to get myself a copy of the upcoming 4K release of the movie, I will definitely make a sequel video, where I compare the Diamond Edition to the new 4K release, and see whether or not the 4K release actually improves upon the old Blu-ray, or if you're just better off with the old Blu-ray. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed to the channel, don't forget to ring the notification bell so you won't miss out on any videos that I produce. I'll see you then, same time, same channel.